Hello, I thought I'd make a quick vlog. And last night I spent the night at my sister's house and I took the dogs to daycare this morning. And then I slept most of the day, but I helped my sister with a lot of things. I brought some laundry up for her. Well, she brought it halfway up and then I took it the rest of the way. Um and I did some other little things. Just little things. She was donating a lot of stuff. She gave me a ton. She gave me this shirt. I think this vest. But I pulled out of stuff that she didn't give me. This nice little shirt and this nice little shirt. Like she gave me some dress shirts, but they weren't really my style. And these are much more my style than the ones she gave me. Hold on. Let's see. Ah. Those two are much more my style. And I didn't keep the bag because I said, you know what? Somebody needs this. I only took those two shirts and a pair of shorts. And I thought, somebody needs this. So I just put it in the donation bin. So, yeah. Anyway, so she's getting rid of so much stuff. But the thing about my sister is that she's also getting more stuff because she lost so much weight. She lost tons and tons of weight. And now she's buying like all new clothes and she got new shoes. She I mean there's she has so many new jackets and coats over the winter, you know. So I'm happy for her because she's had such a terrible run with her health that, little things like that make her happy, make me happy that she can have that, you know? Anyway, let's see what else. So I was reading on, the feed that just news on a news feed that Elon Musk offered the UN $6 billion to end world hunger. And they came up with a plan to end hunger for 47 million or 42 million people. But there's 773 million people on the planet who need help with food. So, make of that what you will. I don't know what happened with that, but I think 6 billion can do a bigger dent than just 42 million. But who am I? I don't know. I don't know because I haven't looked into it. Anyway, so, um, so what else? What else? Yeah, being with the dogs was so nice. It was so nice, but like last night, I slept on the sofa at my sister's house, and I fell asleep right away. As soon as I was laying down, I fell asleep, and then at 3:03 in the morning, I just woke up, just up. And so I was like, why am I up? So I just took care of business and did a few things, came back to the sofa, and the dogs were lying in the middle of the sofa. Not at the end, not at the end of the sofa, not on top of the cushions on the back, because sometimes they do that, but right in the middle of the sofa. And I tried to lie down and I couldn't. I couldn't. Those dogs are so spoiled too that I didn't force them to move. So I was very uncomfortable and couldn't fall back to sleep until about 5. And then I had to get up again to take them to daycare. And then I came back and slept a little bit. because I was so tired. I was so tired. But it was worth it to hang out with the dogs and be there with them. They're so cute. They really are adorable. They really are adorable. What else? So yeah, okay, so now, after thinking about it a little bit, because I haven't given it too much thought, but after thinking about it a little bit, I realized why I may not have been hired for the painting job. And that's because, they said you could use a board. It was acrylic paint. And, I'm not used to acrylic paint, but they said you could use a board or a thick piece of paper to do your mock session. And I use a thick piece of paper for acrylics, and it didn't go well. But, and then I think, the camera was right here. And I think I kept going like this in front of the camera, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I didn't record it. So they were watching, though. Anyway, it's too bad because I really would have loved that job. But if I messed up, I messed up. It's my fault, not anyone else's, that's for sure. And so, the hunt continues. The hunt continues. Well, I've paused it. I've actually paused it because, I thought to myself, why am I doing this? It just seems like I keep running into walls. I keep running into walls. If it's not me hurting me, then I don't know what. So it's got to be me. And so I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. So that's that. That's that. I guess I continue when I'm ready with the purses. And I thought of other things I want to make, but I'm not going to announce them. Because I'm going to go in a slightly different direction, too. I'll be making purses, but something else, too. Something. And I'm not saying. But hopefully it'll turn out well. Hopefully people will like what I come up with. And, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, last night, what did my sister watch on TV? Hold on, I'm trying to remember. It was, what was it? Oh, it was The Challenge. It was The Challenge. So it was like The Challenge, and it's all these people, from seasons way before. There were 40 seasons of The Challenge, and this was Challenge Era 40. So this is the 40th season, and they brought back people from even the first season to compete. And, I wasn't really paying attention. I was paying attention to the dogs, but I was half paying attention to the TV. I didn't quite get all the rules, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They are so physical in that show. They are so physical. Last night, in one of the shows she watched, because she was binge watching it, in one of the shows she watched, the competitors all had to get on cranes that were attached to semi-trucks. And then the semi-trucks would drive 55 miles an hour, and they had to get they had to get something that was hanging up, like a bunch of them, as many as they could, and that's dangerous. And they were dangling from a crane, And then they had to go into tunnels. And in one tunnel, there were rats. In another tunnel, there were bats, rats and bats. And it was completely pitch black in both of these tunnels until they got to the section where there was a puzzle for them. And so I don't know who these people are, but hats off. If you could do that, if you're brave enough to do that, you should win your money. You deserve to win the money. But I don't know how many people can win. I don't know how many people can win the money, but and then this is a total girls season because I think there's like only a few men, but lots of women left getting very close to the final. So, go girls, go, woman power. But it's interesting. It's interesting. That's what I got from it. Although I wasn't paying attention, but that's what I got. Um, so yeah. Yeah. Um, and that's it. That's it. That's it. All right. And on that note, I'm going to end this vlog, and I'm going to say I hope everybody watching has a great evening tonight and a great day tomorrow, and things go your way. All right. Bye.